Hello, everybody, from near Sacramento, California. It's the Hangtown Classic, round 2 of AMA Motocross. Not only riding for points, but the question is, can he race effectively as the gate drops for moto number 1. John Dowd, number 9. He'll get the whole shot. Carmichael's right there. Casey Johnson also in the mix. Steve Lampson in good position. Dowd takes the lead. Oh, Carmichael goes flying over the bars.
It looked like he hit one bad bump before he came over that jump, clipped a hay bale. That looked horrible. High speed through there too, and on that shoulder.
Ricky Carmichael getting up. Will he be able to continue? We'll see just how tough this young phenom is. Another look, David.
You see, he hits a break-in bump and actually pre-jumps the top, gets a little sideways. That back end kicks out. Was a little bit too close to the edge of the racetrack. There you see the hay bale cover go flying. He actually landed perfect. Yeah, he did a complete flip in the air and actually just was pretty graceful.
John Dowd with Carmichael going down. I don't know if Dowdy even saw it happen. It was right behind him.
I don't think he cares right now. He's still got Carmichael's teammate right there battling with him.
Yeah, just when you think, and then Casey Johnson to the inside takes the lead away from Dowdy. Casey Johnson, the first lead of the year for number 20. Fighting back, John Dowd. The old Bulldog doesn't want to give up.
I'm pretty surprised, Art, that these roll-offs hanging out there haven't distracted him. That's happened to me before, and it's hard to pay attention to the racetrack.
Here comes Casey Johnson, retaking the lead. Casey Johnson is really putting the challenge to the number 2 guy in the 125 points, John Dowd. John Dowd, Casey Johnson, back and forth we go. It's just like Casey said, hey, just because the points leader, my teammate Ricky Carmichael, isn't here, doesn't mean you're not going to get a challenge, John Dowd.
Oh, what I thought was going to be a great opportunity for him to pick up the win and have Carmichael score possibly no points. Ricky has really kept it alive, points-wise.
The checkered flag for John Dowd in moto number 1. So Dowdy takes the victory with Lampson in second, Casey Johnson alone in third.
In a trance right there, looking very relaxed. Button, on the other hand, full of energy because he sat out quite a bit of that first moto, so he can afford to go out there and let it all hang out this time.
32nd board is up, and we're getting set for moto number 2. You see Ferry number 22 there. As soon as that goes sideways, 5 to 10 seconds, the gates will drop, and we'll be underway for our second moto. We're off and going now. Let's see who gets the whole shot. Carmichael to the inside. Oh, that's Robbie Raynard. Look at all the carnage. Willow goes all the way to the fence. Good thing that's a strong fence. But look at all the riders. There's John Dowd, number 9, just remounting his bike. Oh my goodness, I saw Clark, Ramsey, Wheeler, Karsten, number 36, Smith, Way, and Skaggs, all tied up in turn number 1. And here he is, number 1, not looking like he had a shoulder injury that almost had him deciding not to ride today earlier in the day.
Just goes to show one more time, never give up. Go out there and give things a try.
Let's go down to Davey.
Chad, a much better start for you and Ricky this time. Is this what you're looking for?
Yeah, after the first ride, we knew that he could win the moto if he got a good start, and right now he's riding his own race, and it's much better than the first moto, but I was really happy with the first moto finish.
Are you keeping tabs on where Dowd is for the points?
It's too early in the year for that.
Ricky Carmichael won here last year, the second of 3 straight wins to start the season. And then, of course, he dominated from then on. Mark Barnett owned this track on 125. He won 4 straight years from 1980 through 83. Look at this. In the battle for 7th place, John Dowd passing Michael Brandis. This could be the race of the day. Unfortunately, he went down in the first lap, and Dowdy has really come back with great style. On the final lap, way out in front, and would win his 3rd moto in 4 motos on the young season.
He's also just sent that message out there that it's going to take a lot more than a shoulder injury and that crash he had in the first lap of Moto 1 to keep him down.
The checkers for Ricky. RC not putting those hands up too high with that shoulder injury. A tremendous victory for Ricky Carmichael here in the second moto. We're just about set now for the first 250 moto. Board sideways. The gates now will drop at any moment. Let's see who gets the whole shot in our opening moto from the Hangtown Classic. Jeremy McGrath with a great start. McGrath, number 2, the whole shot. He takes the lead. Whoa, we've got Ezra Lusk going down in the first turn. Jean-Sebastian Waugh, number 80, just getting going on that Kawasaki, passing Lusk. Lusk, well, he's either going to be 39th or 40th.
He's taking an extra moment right here to get everything straight. Might as well take that extra moment. He'll make up a lot of time later getting to ride with straight handlebars and levers.
But it's Jeremy McGrath and Mikel Pichon, 1 and 2. Greg ALBERTYN has moved into 3rd. So Team Suzuki, 2 out of the top 3. Pichon to the outside. McGrath shuts the door on him.
You know where there's an advantage for McGrath right here is he's got John Dowd to talk with a little bit after their 125 moto. And he can say, John, what's going on over there in the back section? How about that one corner? Is that line still good? Is that berm getting deep? He can go over the track a little bit and adjust quicker, where Pichon doesn't really have anybody to talk with after their 125 moto.
Boy, Henry is really tagging him right now, looking for the opportunity. Doug Henry. There he gets it and takes advantage of him. Out in front, it's Jeremy McGrath and Mikel Pichon, in case you just joined us. But this is a heck of a battle right here. Henry really riding strong, David.
I think he's probably... Actually, I was really impressed with him at the first round. I know he wants to make up for what the results actually show there at Glen Helen in the opener. He was in contention. He was right there with Jeremy, and he made a mistake at the bottom of that Mount St. Helens and dropped a few places. In the second moto, he was up there again. Just had the back end kick out sideways and went off the racetrack, giving up a lot of positions. He's on pace. He just needs to not make those mistakes.
On the attack now is Mike LaRocco and Kevin Windham. The next target, there you see, trying to get to the inside of Michael Craig, and it's LaRocco and Windham passing Craig. So Craig goes from 5th to 7th. Well, right now, that wide open style is putting the heat on Mikel Pichon, his Team Suzuki teammate. Let's go down to Davey now.
All right, Tony, pretty confident words you put on the pit board. Pass now, he's slow. That's McGrath.
Yeah, it don't really matter who's out there, but it looks to me like he's slowing him down. He needs to get by him right now because Albertyn's coming on strong, and we need to try to, get out in front. Maybe he can have some breathing room and, pull away, I hope.
Tony Berlitti getting a little frustrated that Pichon hasn't made a move before now.
Well, it looks to me like he's right. In spots, Pichon is a little bit faster. There he goes.
Mikel Pichon just now takes the lead. ALBERTYN not far away in 3rd. McGrath, let's see him respond.
So you can't establish momentum unless you go out and take it to the champion.
Look at this, back and forth, bar to bar. Who will come over the hill first? Pichon with the little edge on the inside. Oh, what a cut by McGrath.
Crowd's in it now.
Boy, if they don't get it in it now, they'll never get in it.
This is what Tony Berlitti wanted to see a long time ago. If you're faster, go out there. Don't hold back. This is why you train all week. This is why you put in those motos all week, all the testing.
Look at this. McGrath reestablishing the point. Oh, the lapper getting in the way. Pichon wasn't looking far ahead. This time he cuts to the inside. McGrath, though, gets a good slingshot.
McGrath is a fighter, but what I never see is people push him more than a few laps. He always wins the battle, but what happens when you push him all the way to the end of the moto? That's what Pichon's got to do. And if he can get around him, he'll get a little buffer over ALBERTYN. It seems like he's ready to do battle with both of them.
Well, it's going to be a gut check for Pichon, very similar to the opening round at Glen Helen. He passed that successfully. Can he pass this one?
I mean, you're going to have people roaming around saying, boy, did you see Pichon pass Jeremy and pull away? No one's going to say, boy, did you see Pichon hang with McGrath?
Oh, look at this. ALBERTYN cuts underneath Pichon. It's Albie in 2nd place behind Jeremy McGrath. He waited for the right moment that time. These are the only 2 guys in the field to have won this event in prior years. Look at that. ALBERTYN to the inside. He really snuck up on McGrath that time, David.
Well, McGrath may not have known, like I said, that was ALBERTYN back there. And ALBERTYN a little bit more aggressive, goes for the kill.
McGrath looking for another opportunity now. The checkered flag, and ALBERTYN wins by about a tire and a radiator length. So the Hangtown Classic has a classic finish. We're back now, getting ready for moto number 2. Board sideways, so we'll be underway in any second now. Moto number 2 from Sacramento. Jeremy McGrath, Kevin Windham, close call for the hole shot. Welcome back to another great battle for first place in a motocross action. Jeremy McGrath and Kevin Windham. After Albertyn just barely edged McGrath in the first moto. And also we saw a great battle between Pichon and McGrath. There's Jean-Sébastien Roy. He's in the dirt for the second time today.
That's not a good place to fall.
Promising young rider from Canada. Here's Kevin Windham, number 8. Boy, great form. Sits down, stands up. It just looks like his balance is perfect.
Well, most of the time it is, even through that corner right there, letting the back end dance around. He stays in the middle of the bike, lets it work underneath him. He also holds his elbows, you can see right there, a lot lower than most guys. Cooper used to do that, but Kevin makes it look a little better.
Oh, Jeremy McGrath up and over the hay bales. Kevin Windham to the inside. Yes, he retakes the lead. My goodness, a mistake by McGrath. That's unusual so far this year.
He may have been trying to jump that double going up the hill, came up short, bounced, just didn't have enough time to turn, but gave it up to Kevin.
Albertyn behind Lusk, who's in third. And here's another battle going on. It's Jeremy McGrath putting the heat on Kevin Windham, and he cuts to the inside.
You know, I really like the way Jeremy does that. That's the same exact corner where he just got passed. And he does that a lot in Supercross. He'll get passed in a particular spot, and then just to prove to the guy that just passed him, hey, I don't have a weakness, he'll pass him back in the same place. That time he elected not to go for the double, and it worked out in his favor.
Yeah, Windham went to the outside with the double, and Jeremy was able to get inside by not doubling and taking the lead. And with us already seeing Steve Lampson win his first national overall since 1996, this would be a similar situation for Jeremy McGrath, whose last national outdoor victory was Binghamton on August 25th of 1996. And in fact, you have to go back to 96 when these two guys won on the same day, both on Hondas at that time. Jeremy McGrath takes the checkered flag. He will take the overall victory.